Alright, so I'm going to show you guys my two different types of aiming styles that I've been testing out in matches of Halo Infinite with bots. And one of them I'll call intuition aiming style, and one of them I'll call more focused and stronger aiming style. So the intuition one is like this. You just kind of like shoot really fast. Now, the thing is, here look. That's not a very effective form of aiming and shooting because you're not really hitting that many targets, and when you're surrounded by three assailants in real life, you're not going to want to be in the middle of them, just like Neo in the Matrix, like some people probably expect you to learn from video games, so to say. What you're going to want to do is differently is move back and do this. Just kind of aim more focus. Now, here's the thing. With the two types of aiming styles, you can just as easily you can just as easily get a lot of shots on target. But if you stay back and you aim a bit more focused, then you're going to get the same amount of shots on target in the same amount of time than you would being in the middle of here and just kind of waving your gun around willy-nilly. So. Yeah, and how this translates into a real life scenario is if you find yourself surrounded for whatever reason, and you have a gun or a sword or something on hand, you're not going to want to be in the middle of a group and just kind of like, waving your gun around. Whereas with video games, you can kind of teach yourself to move back, get yourself in a safe position, and do that. Same amount of shots on target, same amount of time to get all the shots on, and it's a bit more effective. And so basically, what I'm doing in Halo matches is just doing just that. Like coming across encounters and then getting myself into a safe position. Maybe like going around a corner more like this or something, instead of just like running right in and just going all over the place like I probably could, because the bots aren't all that good. That's the thing. If you run into a room and you just kind of start spraying all over the place, you could probably win a match because these bots are not that smart. But what you can do is you can kind of come up on an encounter like this. You see how that might be a little more applicable to real life, in that you might be able to shoot and aim in a bit of a more fixed position while still moving around. Yeah. That's the difference, and that's how it can be applied to real life in a way, is that it's a bit more realistic to do that, even though you could win potentially just by, doing that. Because that's what video games are for. That's what video games are for, is to make you feel like a badass, and for you to be able to do those things, like just kind of go in and... But no, that's the difference of teaching yourself different aiming styles, being able to be a bit more controlled in what you do. So yeah.